With almost 70 acting credits under his belt, Joel Edgerton is, at 41, making his feature film directorial debut. It's about freaking time. The Gift. In my opinion, it's really good. The story follows Simon and Robin, a married couple. After moving into a new neighborhood, they have a chance encounter with one of Simon's old high school acquaintances, Gordo. He then begins sending gifts and dropping by their house unannounced. The three get along at first, but things become awkward and Simon pushes Gordo away. Things get worse when Gordo sends a letter saying he was willing to let bygones be bygones. After that, things go downhill rapidly, with Gordo out to make Simon pay for the past. Joel Edgerton is one among many actors who are now making their way behind the camera to direct, and I think it's wonderful. He knows the process and understands truly what it feels like to receive direction, and based on the acting in this film, he must know how to give it as well. I have been a fan of Jason Bateman's ever since I first saw him in The X. He is a consistently enjoyable actor and one of the few who can pull off comedy and drama. He is one among a small cast in this film, but it is an ensemble that does justice to the writing and helps to create the psychological paranoia this story thrives on. And as previous films like this have shown in the past, the trick is to build tension at the right time, and for the right length of time. You also do not want to rely solely on jump scares. They work up to a point. The key is to build tension and to put focus on that build-up. If done right, the payoff works like magic. In this film's case, thanks to editor Luke Doolin and the sound department, there are some very well done suspense moments that produce a chill down the spine, oftentimes followed by a very effective jump scare. We go from deafening silence to a burst of sound, and based on my reaction as well as my audience reaction, we were all invested in the story. I also really liked the film's use of color. An example is this one shot at night when Simon is in Gordo's driveway, and we see this very dramatic, very beautiful contrast of black and then red on his face, and it gives out this very creepy two-faced look, and it not only looks really good, it also just speaks volumes about Simon's character. One more thing I liked a lot after a lot of thinking is the ending. It raises a big question and makes you think. I will not spoil it, but if you've seen this film, in my opinion, Gordo did not. I think he wanted to be convincing enough so the idea could eat Simon alive. That's what feels right to me. My notes for improvement fall under story choices, story clarity, character motivation clarity, and the pacing. At 108 minutes, this film lasts about as long as your standard thriller, 1 hour 40 minutes, but it is slow and takes time to get going. Regarding motivations and clarity, there's a scene where a character dispels information about Simon and Gordo's past, resulting in the reveal of both their motivations. From a clarity standpoint, the details are fuzzy. I also wish that Simon's motivation was stronger, and that Edgerton, from a writing standpoint, hadn't added just one more character for this scene just to be the blatant exposition machine, because that's not the most creative method of giving us information. That's actually probably the least creative method. Last but not least, we have the story choices. As the story progresses, we learn things about Gordo, like his marriage status and what kind of job he has. But really, none of it gives us a good idea of who he is. And from an audience point of view, getting crumbs of information does not satisfy that craving to get to know someone. The better we know a character, the more we understand where they're coming from. In this case, I want to sympathize with Gordo. I do not want to pity him. With all that said, my overall impression is that this is one heck of a directorial debut, and I really hope that Edgerton directs again soon. I give The Gift 3.5 out of 5 stars. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. Have an awesome day.